Well, let's talk about this more. Talking about the technology, cloud technology, and all of that. We are here in Africa. Shouldn't we also, make perhaps some of the opportunities available at this time? Let's talk about cloud technology and leveraging for environmental sustainability now. We have Chinedu Otutu joining us now. Chinedu Otutu, please come in. He's a software engineer. The world is talking about DeepSeek and tariffs and all of that. Where is Africa in all of these conversations?
Yeah, Africa is actually emerging in cloud technology because we have cloud engineers and software engineers developing in Africa. Is one of our biggest exports in Africa. So yeah, we're actually there. And also cloud technology, it helps to reduce our carbon emissions, right? Because setting up these data centers and physical servers is actually really expensive. So for us to incorporate and use cloud technology to help us reduce our carbon emissions and also help to streamline our processes.
How? I'm talking about sustainability, environmental sustainability, and
Okay, let's say.
And don't forget that the US is pulling out of climate change funding. So
yeah, we should actually be worried about our climate change. You see what happened in Los Angeles where there was fire in LA, and we say it cannot happen here, but actually the world is changing and the climate is changing, and it could happen here. So cloud technology is basically physical servers in the cloud, right? So instead of us setting up our physical data centers here, which will in turn increase our carbon emissions and increase energy consumption, we could actually leverage cloud technologies such as AWS and Google Cloud to enable us reduce these carbon emissions and also help us to manage and streamline our processes very well.
So when we talk about sustainable environmental, climate change, a lot of us just think about renewable energy.
Yeah.
Does cloud computing have anything to do with renewable energy?
Yeah, cloud computing actually has stuff to do with renewable energy in the sense that it could help us, predict. It has predictive analysis in it where it could help us predict usage. It could also help us, incorporate with smart grids. So smart grids is electrical grids that help us distribute electricity efficiently. So cloud computing can actually be incorporated with smart grids to help us distribute electricity efficiently in Nigeria.
This sounds like it's not for the average Nigerian. Does it concern me as an average Nigerian?
It's still in the making. In Nigeria, we are not really that into deep, let's say we are not really worried about our climate change because it's not something.
Are we missing anything by not worrying about our climate change?
Yeah, we are missing out because we have only one world. We only have Earth right now, and we have to actually save the world. And if the government could actually make laws or make rules that help companies where if companies meet certain climate sustainability goals, they are rewarded with incentives, because that happens in the US and Europe, where they have laws where if you meet your climate carbon emission goals, you are rewarded with some incentives. So if that could be something that we can incorporate in Nigeria, I think companies will start actually wanting to reduce their carbon emissions and to help save the planet. So
are those for the everyday tasks? Because I asked that because a lot of people watching be like, so what's my business with this?
Yeah.
So what's their business? Why should I listen to this conversation? What's my own with cloud computing and all of this?
So the conversation is about reducing our carbon emissions, right?
And carbon emissions are from fossil fuels,
fossil fuels, burning fire, and also running physical data centers, like running a physical server online. A physical server actually, because it has to run 24 hours, right? So it requires energy consumption to run. So that energy consumption increases carbon emissions, which will in turn, increase our carbon footprint. And also, I would say, in the planet where we are today, where we are worried about climate change and all, if we do not incorporate cloud computing and still use physical data centers, it will increase our carbon emission in the long run. So it's an example also is between electric cars and cars that use fuel and petrol. Right now, electric cars are coming up because that was the goal, to actually help reduce carbon emissions. Because cars that use petrol increase carbon emissions. You see every day. So I think that's also a step in us reducing carbon emissions in in our
Yeah,
country.
Chinedu, I think you have to buy a lot of us cars. Chinedu Otutu, software engineer, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.